Hey, no, guys, hey, Max Snacks for everyone. Triple G said he wants some snacks too, joins the new Snac program or jumps on it. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, the Cash App, and the Patreon family. We working. Now, Gennady Golovkin, he's getting ready for his next fight. It hasn't been announced, but many speculate that it's going to be Camille Sesmeta. Not really looking forward to the fight, being honest. Camille Sesmeta has like 21 fights, 5 knockouts. And, you know, I really want to see a Derevyanchenko rematch. Derevyanchenko, I really thought he beat Gennady Golovkin in their last fight and was not awarded the decision. I don't see any way Golovkin won a unanimous decision. You know, not even one judge had it for Derevyanchenko, and I thought he clearly won, which is very shocking. And, you know, I thought Triple G, he looked like he had seen better days in his last fight. Now, I don't think I'm the only one that felt that, because Triple G has now, for the first time, decided to leave Big Bear, California, where he trains in the altitude, in exchange for going to the Snac facility in the Bay Area. So I think Triple G is trying to, you know, he has a multi-fight deal with DAZN and he owes them fights. So he's trying out something new, like Mikey Garcia when he was fighting Errol Spence. You know, obviously it didn't play out in his favor and he lost every round. But, you know, he's just willing to try. And, you know, there's a lot of athletes there like Demetrius Andrade, Danny Jacobs, Mikey Garcia, as I mentioned, did it for a minute, and Devin Haney. You know, there's just a ton of athletes that use the Snac facilities and equipment, state-of-the-art equipment, and their supplements. So we'll see what it does for Triple G. Again, using Mikey Garcia as an example, didn't really work out in his case, but there's only so much you can do in terms of training. And then it comes to like who's better, skills, stuff like that. You can take all the supplements you want. You can have state-of-the-art training. Like Kell Brook, he went to some state-of-the-art center in the UK for the Triple G fight, and his body didn't hold up. You know, his orbital got shattered in that particular fight, despite however he bulked up and trained and had scientists and stuff like that. So, you know, I'm not knocking Snac or people trying different things, but I think some of it is going to be limited to your opposition and just who you're fighting, what they bring to the table, and different attributes like how much miles you have on you. But I don't think Triple G has to worry with his opponent selection if it is in fact Camille Sesmeta. One thing that is very disappointing that I will keep talking about is DAZN putting on YouTube fights, seeming to put more precedence in and really putting more time into promoting those. And then you have actual boxing, which is what they came in the game. And I feel like they're alienating a lot of the true boxing fans. You know, Triple G versus Camille Sesmeta, I think we can all agree that that's poor. They've done early forecast, and the odds makers already have Camille Sesmeta 25-1 underdog if he is in fact the guy selected for Triple G. So I think most people are aware that that's not the fight that's really going to show anything. Now, per usual, Eddie Hearn, this is an Eddie Hearn fighter now, he's going to justify it with Triple G's mandatory and he has to fight him, yada, yada, yada. But we know the drill, and we know that when Triple G's mandatory was Jermall Charlo, somehow, some way, the fight was never made. He was able to fight Canelo not once but twice. Even when Canelo failed a drug test and came back, he was still able to fight him. He didn't fight Derevyanchenko when he was his mandatory, and he fought Vanes Martirosyan. So I don't believe in the mandatories like boxing proclaims, because again, Derevyanchenko would have been a better option than Vanes Martirosyan, coming off a 2-year layoff, a loss to Erislandy Lara, and promoter switch, and coming off the couch. Yet and still, somehow, some way, Triple G got an extension or got out of it and never fought Derevyanchenko as a champion. He did later fight Derevyanchenko, as I mentioned earlier in this video, but this was after Canelo beat him, and he fought for a vacant belt because he lost his belts. So when he was champion, he didn't fight Derevyanchenko. And then his WBC mandatory, right, was Jermall Charlo, who to this day he has not fought. And it's funny and ironic that Triple G, he would complain himself when he couldn't get Canelo in the ring, and he couldn't get guys like Sergio Martinez and Miguel Cotto. And now that Charlo and later on Derevyanchenko became his mandatories for various belts, he didn't fight him, you know, and he didn't fight him when he was supposed to fight him. So I'm really not sold on the whole, oh, it's his mandatory, he's booked up, blah, blah, blah. But it is what it is. We'll see how Triple G looks. His fight, maybe there's a wild card. I doubt it. I think what we've been hearing will be announced. The Camille says meta. I have no idea where they'll put it. My guess is on the East Coast somewhere, maybe somewhere like Chicago, maybe somewhere like New York. You know, I think those are the prime locations to try to milk and exploit Polish fans, because Camille says meta is Polish. So they might try to use and capitalize off that fan base to make that fight. Because other than that, if it happens in America, I don't really see that being a poppin' fight. So they'll just try to sell tickets. Don't really know what DAZN is doing. Again, it's disappointing that guys like Demetrius Andrade are fighting the likes of Lucas Keeler. Can't get somebody like Golovkin. Can't get someone like Saunders. Can't get someone like Canelo. And people had the nerve and audacity to tell PBC fighter Jermall Charlo to sign to DAZN in order to get the likes of Triple G, Saunders, Jacobs, Canelo. And those guys don't seem to be fighting. In fact, from 160 to 168, we haven't seen Caleb Smith, Billy Joe Saunders, Danny Jacobs versus Billy Joe Saunders, Triple G versus Billy Joe Saunders. They couldn't even make Canelo and Triple G 3, which to me is now past it, based on how Canelo looked for 10 rounds versus Kovalev, how Triple G looked, especially versus Derevyanchenko. I mean, if you can't knock Canelo out, which Triple G hasn't been able to do in 24 rounds, who really believes that he's going to knock him out this time? And if he can't do that, who believes that at this point, with how he looked versus Steve Rolls, how he looked versus Derevyanchenko, who believes that he has what it takes now to knock out Canelo if he didn't do it when he was undefeated, you know? So it's not looking good for Triple G. We'll see what happens with his new Snac training. And, you know, that's basically it. But this goes to show me that he definitely feels the need for a change, because since he came to America, he has been working with Big Bear, working in Big Bear. Now all of a sudden he's trying something new. So we'll see how it goes. Triple G's snacked up, and, you know, we'll see how it turns out. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. If you love what I'm doing, smash the like button. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off.
So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.